Massachusetts residents who are not vaccinated now account for 99.9% of all COVID cases in the state. Here to answer your questions is Dr. Helen Boucher, the interim dean of Tufts Medical School and an infectious disease specialist at Tufts Medical Center. Dr. Boucher, thank you as always for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Well, so 99.9%, that number is close to 100%, basically as you can get. What does that tell you about the effectiveness of the vaccines? I mean, it's my understanding that it's pretty amazing how well they in fact work.
This is the miracle of the vaccines that we have. The fact that almost every person we're seeing who's sick now with COVID or in the hospital or worse is unvaccinated. So this is further evidence that the vaccines work in real life just as they did in the clinical trials, and further evidence for those who are still thinking about it to get out there and get vaccinated.
Dr. Boucher, let's pick up on that. Only 0.1% of new infections in the state involve people who are fully vaccinated. So, you know, remember for the longest time we were talking about herd immunity. What does that tell you about herd immunity? Are we getting close to that?
Well, it tells us that we're doing a really good job at vaccinating and pushing down the transmission of this virus, but it's not gone. And it's important to remember that we're not going to be safe until we're all safe. So in Massachusetts, we're doing really well, but it's important to remember that there are parts of our country and most of our world that is still struggling with this virus. And there are many places where there is inadequate uptake or inadequate access to vaccines. And until that problem is solved, we still have to be worried about this virus coming back. So I think that's really where we have to keep our focus.
So talking a little bit more about the new data from the state, we just got it today. You've seen it as well. It also does say 79 people who were fully vaccinated against COVID-19, they still got infected and later died. Now, we don't know the medical specifics for those individuals, so we know you can't speak to that. But is there any information about why vaccines may fail?
Well, no vaccine is 100% effective, right? We're looking at 90 to 95% efficacy. And as the percent of the population that's vaccinated goes up, the few people we see infected will include those who have been vaccinated. We worry particularly about people with impaired immune systems. So people who've had cancer chemotherapy and organ transplant, the very old and the very young. And those are the people most at risk. And again, the message is to make sure we vaccinate as many people as possible to protect those vulnerable individuals. But to remember, the best COVID to get is no COVID, so we want to prevent it as much as possible.
The Pfizer vaccine has been in the news, and I'd like to quickly talk about that. As you know, federal regulators met with company officials to talk about a booster shot for its two-shot vaccine. So far, the U.S. says fully vaccinated Americans don't need one, but this week Israel announced that it is distributing a third Pfizer shot to certain at-risk individuals. So what can you add to that?
Well, I can just clarify that in Israel, they have recommended a third shot for very immunocompromised individuals, like someone with an organ transplant. We in the United States have data from the CDC to show that people who have received full vaccination, that's 2 shots of the Pfizer vaccine, are still protected against COVID up to that 95% level, including those infected with the Delta variant. So we have no evidence in the United States that a third shot is needed at all.
Dr. Boucher, thank you so much for your time. It's great to see you as always.